Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us today. My name is Adnan Maqsood, and I am a QA architect in GoTestPro. Just to start, give you a little more deep introduction about myself. So I'm leading a QA practice within Royal Cyber, also looking after and working as a product owner and as a pre-sales for GoTestPro. A quick introduction about our organization. So we, as a Royal Cyber, we in the business from last almost 20 years. We are globally 2,000 plus employees, and including the consultants working on multiple projects, and the products that we have 500 plus certified consultants. Globally, we are dealing in multiple domains. We are a technology partner with SAP, Oracle, Microsoft, AWS, Salesforce, and from the testing perspective, we also do and handle the projects and work in all these areas as well. How the company works and what pillars that we have within the company. So under the digital transformation practice, we handle cloud, we also handle CRM, middleware, all the B2B and B2C e-commerce platforms for the development, for testing, for implementation handled over there. Also, we have a separate mobile app development practice that works on the mobile native app development. So DevOps is a critical part of the organization. So we have a dedicated team working on the DevOps area, and all these teams are facilitating for ongoing projects and the products that are there for the development, and they are out there in the market as well. Business partners. So these are the high level of the business partners that we have. I will not be calling out the names, but this is the glimpse of what the partners that we are with. Some of the high level clientele that we deal, I'm covering from the healthcare, manufacturing, industry, retail, banking and finance, emerging, and all these are our active or customers from the past as well. Okay, so today's session is more around Oracle and how Oracle testing can be improved, how we can automate in through GoTest Pro the whole automation flow and the end-to-end cycles of Oracle Fusion or any other Oracle product that are there. So majorly what happens is what sort of a challenges end customers face or have. Let me just quickly like touch base on these. So during the quarterly upgrades that come at every quarter, so Oracle release its updates that the end customers or the clients opt for, or they enable those new features within their environment. So during that, one of the challenges that they face is the seamless integration across Oracle modules, that they need to be sure that everything connected with their Oracle instance works seamlessly even after those upgrades. Managing infrastructure scalability and updates is also a challenge. So if it's a large organization or a enterprise organization dealing with multiple systems, and Oracle is one of the critical backbone for those systems. So in that, whenever there are discussions of the scalability and updates, so testing is a key challenge, that how they're going to test everything at a larger scale. And once those scalability or implementation has been done and the migration happens, so then again to test the interface, to test the application after the migration, that all the workflows are working fine. If you are being migrating from a legacy system to a newer version, for example, you are migrating towards Oracle Fusion and other applications. So in that way, you have to do a testing, and the testing is a nightmare in those cases, because it's a large amount of the test cases, bulk backlog that needs to be tested, and the long feature sets. So definitely teams need any automation tools, and they, at that point we come in and play a vital role with the significant tool that we have, and play a significant role in the testing area. So moving towards like and discussing a little bit more about the problem. So as you can see, Oracle is connected with multiple systems, and in case when Oracle is communicating with either SAP, Salesforce, or ServiceNow, in case of any thing like breakups, so Oracle workflows and the whole end-to-end use cases within the Oracle also stops. So in that, we need to make sure that the system integrity is consistent. There is nothing breaking up while we are using Oracle connected with other systems. And in case anything is getting break up, so we shall be able to rectify it earlier, rather than the issues come in the production environment or the end customers actually get impacted by those. So for that, and keeping all these challenges and the problems in mind, we have created this product which is named as GoTestPro. It's an AI-based test automation platform which helps end user actually to automate every of their use cases. Either they are working on Oracle, EBS, Fusion, or any other areas of even Apex as well. So if you are using any of these Oracle instances, Oracle products, and testing is a key challenge, so GoTestPro is the right product to handle that gray area. In like how GoTestPro works and how on which technology stack it is built. So it works with a cloud-based environment, and also in some cases it works with the desktop-based flat clients as well. It comes with its own extension, which is a Chromium-based extension, worked to automate every use case and scenario. It enables rapid test creation. You can use AI to generate your test cases from the release notes, from the requirements. When there is a release from the Oracle end and you are trying to opt in for any features, so around those features, actually, you can create your test cases with the help of AI. And even if you do not want to use AI, the extension itself provide a vital role, and you can automate everything through the extension. It provide out-of-the-box test cases for Oracle instances, and AI is also there to assist. Built-in support for both web and enterprise-grade Oracle applications, and it also supports cloud-based execution and support many other configurations that enables the user to run their test cases on a larger platforms, just like in the production environment they are running, and they can mimic every scenario using GoTestPro. Quickly touching base on the feature sets that GoTestPro provides on a high level. GoTestPro actually facilitate any platform that is on web can be automated through GoTestPro. It comes with its own web recorder that enables the user to record the use cases, do the validations, assertions, also can do the API testing through that web recorder, and many other options that comes in that. It's totally codeless, so there is no scripting involved within the automation. So everything that you're gonna automate is a codeless. It supports multiple browser. You can run your test cases on multiple browsers, multiple configurations, operating systems, mobile devices. So any use case and any specifications, configurations that you need, actually GoTestPro provide. It comes with auto healing. So auto healing is a very key feature here. So if on the front end of your Oracle instance, or maybe your Oracle is connected with any other B2C or B2B platform, and there are rapid front end changes happening. So in that case, there is a lot of maintenance required in the test cases. But with auto healing, that whole maintenance is minimized, and tool itself do the auto healing part and make sure the test cases are consistent and nothing is breaking up. Visual validation is there. Apart from that, you can schedule your test cases, and you can run those test cases on different instances. It supports DevOps pipeline. It is compatible with all sort of DevOps pipeline. It supports dashboard reporting is there. So for any sort of a reporting that you have to run, you can use GoTestPro. You will have all the execution history regarding the test cases are getting passed, fail, etc. Also, for enterprise application, it comes with out-of-the-box test cases. So if you are using ServiceNow, Salesforce, Oracle, Workday, so you will get out-of-the-box test case and their templates that you can utilize within your testing activities, and you can kickstart your project or testing part with a lot of test cases already in there within your project. Yeah, so now I will just quickly move towards the demonstration part after I've just explained all the feature sets, and let me show you how the GoTestPro actually works and what we can achieve from the tool itself. So here is what we get whenever there is an Oracle upgrade. So we get a release notes that are coming from Oracle website itself. And right now we are focusing on release 25D, which is a fourth quarter release coming up. And within that, we can see what are the major features and changes coming up. So in procurement, we are seeing some changes in project management and risk management, also in the financial and in the ERP, some changes will be appearing. So what happened is that from those changes, the release managers either opt for any of the changes that they want within their environment. So how we do it, or how GoTestPro works. So if you have these requirements or release notes translated into a user stories like this, where you are putting all your requirements for any new feature that is coming up in your Oracle instance. So that can be listed down in a document, in a Word document, in an Excel, or maybe in Jira or any other Azure boards. So in our case, we heavily rely on Jira and also on the Word document. So we have listed down all the changes that needs to be integrated in the upcoming release. So what happened is that now GoTestPro is connected with Jira. And from Jira, from the release notes, the requirements, it will automatically capture all the test cases and the test plan. So right now I've just created one project, and within that project, I have this Jira integration button from where I can actually create my test cases. I will click that. In this drop down, I will see all my projects that are there on the Jira. And what I do is that I will select one of the project, and all the user stories for that active sprint will list down here. So here I will select one of the specific user story and all the details that are there. What are the acceptance criteria, steps, and all that. So all the details that are there in the user story will be listed down here. This can be a very high level information, or maybe a very detailed user story, depending upon how we lock our requirements. So once a user hit on the generate test cases, it will draft all the test plan along with the test cases for that specific release item that we are trying to enable, or we are trying to have in our upcoming release. So once a user select any of the relevant test cases, review the test steps, if they want to add any other additional steps, they can do it. Once user hit the save button, what happen is that GoTestPro actually creates test cases from the requirements, and they are there in the project. Now, if a user opens the test case, so right now the test case is empty and it does not contain any executable step. Here we provide two options actually to facilitate the end user. One is the recorder and other is the AI part. So if the user opt for the AI part, so and try to generate even the executable step and the test data through AI, so they can choose that option to generate the steps through AI. And this is a prompt that will go from the requirement. We have extracted this prompt, and now it will go to the AI part of the GoTestPro, and it will generate the executable steps. And this is very beneficial for the end users, because as of now, we have just seamlessly integrated everything with the release of Oracle that comes up every quarter. And around those features that you are trying to have in your Oracle instance, you can just have end-to-end test cases. And this is not going to stop over here. So once you have these test cases ready and executable in your repository. You can run them on multiple environments, validate the changes, everything that you need to validate can be validated in case anything is not working fine. So you can log issues, bugs back into the system as well. So right now the test case is generated with around like 18 or 20 steps with the test data linked with it. If I hit the run button as of now here, so what happened is that it will launch a browser that is my application under test, along with my extension that is a GoTestPro extension, and the steps that are there that will be executed. So once my application is loaded successfully, it will run all the steps that are there around that journal ledger flow that was around the release notes that we extracted from the Oracle upcoming release. And now it will log on with all the valid credentials, navigate through specific pages and validate, do assertions. And once the test case is completed, either it is marked as passed or failed, depending upon how the integration and the upgrade worked out. So what happened is that you will see the end-to-end execution, and in case anything failed, so we can go back into the results section, we can see the cause of the failure, and from that and there we can actually create a bug along with its bug log, screenshots, videos, everything will be there to facilitate the end user that okay, this is the issue that is coming up, and we can fix them through like we can rectify it very quickly. So as you can see that it is getting executed, everything worked fine and execution completed. And what happened here is that tool itself executed the whole end-to-end flow. Like we created a test case through AI. We created a test plan, then a test case, then test steps, these steps, and then we executed it on local environment. And if we have to run it on the cloud, we can run this on the cloud as well. On the cloud, we can choose multiple other configurations like operating systems, resolution of the screen, different browser on which we can run this test case, and browser versions are there. So we can have multiple configurations enabled and run the test cases to see what results look like. And similarly, we can have multiple phones or cell phones as well. These are all real-time devices integrated in a grid and a real-time device grid that we have. We can run now these test cases either in sequential or parallel. So imagine you have thousands of test cases that you want to run, but you are running short of time. So you can have this configuration enabled on the cloud where you can choose parallel execution, and then you can set up all these environments, and you have 1,000 test cases. So like you can set up 10 parallel instances, and 100 test cases will run on each instance, and then this will drastically reduce your execution time. You will have all the results very quickly on your like to see how your environment is working, and in case if there is any issue or error, you can rectify that at very earliest stage. So once user hit the submit button, it will automatically launch the execution on the cloud, and once the execution complete, the user will notified by an email with the results. Going back into the results section to show you how actually results look like. So right now, test cases, this is how the test case result section look like. If the test cases are getting passed with all the details, it is listed down. If the user opens that and expand the test case, so he will see all the steps that were executed. They will get the report in the PDF. Apart from that, every step when we expand it, we will get a little more details, like which locators we are trying to locate on that screen, what sort of an actions we are trying to perform, or the test case is trying to perform. The overall execution time, that is around 73 seconds, which is comparatively very low or less in terms if a user try to run this test case on their own manually, it will take a lot of time, and then validating each step, marking them that okay, we have run these 20 steps and they are passed. So collecting the evidence, everything takes a lot of time over here. But with the GoTestPro, with the cloud execution, and even with the local execution, it is comparatively and very fast. Okay, so apart from the results, we can also schedule our test cases. If you have nightly builds coming up, or you have to run the regression pack or the system integrity or integration suite on over some specific time period. So what you have to come do is that you will come into the schedule area of a GoTestPro, select that specific test plan that you want to run on a specific date and time. Then you will select provide the job name, description. If you have to select the frequency, if you have to run it on an hourly base or a monthly base or a daily base. So on a daily base, if I have to run it on a specific date, for example, end of week, I have to schedule it. Then I will click the schedule. I will hit submit after selecting my configurations, and now my job is scheduled, and I this test case will run on Friday on specific time. And once the execution complete for all those test cases that were selected, it will notify the end user with the detailed report that, okay, what is the current status of the test cases. And this is how we can actually take advantage. We can do the testing like as a first step or as a preemptive measure. We can even do it prior to deploying our releases, and even after the post-production deployments, we can keep running the test cases to make sure everything is intact and nothing is breaking up. Similarly, CI/CD is also very handy and easy. So how this CI/CD work is that we can select multiple test plans, provide the job names, how many retry efforts we have to do. We can define that, and once we submit it, we can get a curl command or API endpoint that can be configured in your CI/CD pipeline as a build step. So as a build step, when that build step is triggered, so you will get all the test cases on the GoTestPro will get triggered, and you will get a result. Either the build is getting pass or fail, depending upon the status of the test cases, if they are getting pass or fail. Going back into the project section, so what GoTestPro is capable of, GoTestPro basically handles browser-based testing and also the API-based testing. So in case you have any backend testing, like to validate a records or data in a database, so you can do an API testing to validate those scenarios. And how we can do that, you can just create one API test case, provide the name and like a test plan name, create the test case. When the test case is created, you will have a test case like this, and once you open it, then you will have a different interface where you can actually create your API test, and then you can run those tests, validate the backend system, and make sure everything is working fine, the consistency is there, and even the backend is working as expected. So this is how the interface for the API testing look like. We can select different sort of methods, then provide an API endpoint. We can then do validations on the status code or on the JSON body. We can also store data from the JSON body to be used as a variable in our test cases. So if I send the request, I will get some response from the API endpoint. Right now, I'm getting some emails, first name, last name. So even if I have to utilize these records as an input value in my other test case or in my functional test case, so I can do that. I can save that as a variable and utilize in my functional test cases. So even just going back and touching one last thing, if your Oracle system is connected with multiple other systems like Salesforce, ServiceNow, and you have to test all these systems, so that is also doable with GoTestPro. You have to create your test case. For example, let me open this test case in an edit mode and show you how that can be done. So this is my application under test, and my extension is also loaded over here. So now if you have to navigate to another system from Oracle, so what you have to do is that you will maybe at the end of this step, you need to shift to CRM, or maybe you have to log a ticket in your test case. So what you need to do is that you will drag all the way down the cursor and hit this plus icon, click on the browser navigation, and here you will put the URL for the other system where you have to navigate, or your Oracle instance is connected with. For example, my Oracle instance is connected with ServiceNow. So I will add this, and what happen is that it will automatically navigate to that instance where I have to go and perform some additional steps. So this is how we can actually seamlessly integrate multiple systems that are connected with Oracle, and we can test them Likewise, when I complete my test case and run it, this is how the flow works. It will go on the Oracle instance, perform few steps, and once those steps are completed, it will go to ServiceNow or Salesforce and run those steps to make sure everything is working as expected, and every flow is consistent and there's nothing breaking up. In case of failure, definitely we're going to go back again, see what is causing those failure with the logs, with the videos, with the screenshots, all will be attached over there. So yeah, this is how actually GoTestPro works, and this is how we can do end-to-end automation through GoTestPro. And if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer around that. And as a part, just to give you a glimpse that as a next step, what we can do is that we can do different sort of a POCs for the end customers, where you can after signing the NDA and MSA, we can give you a free trials. You can evaluate the trials. We can also do a POC on your lower environments, and we can automate your end-to-end workflows, end-to-end scenarios, and make sure that everything is working fine for your upgrades that are coming on the Oracle side. Yeah. So I will take a pause. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today. That was all about GoTestPro and how it can facilitate the Oracle upgrades that are coming up and cover the end-to-end automation for Oracle instances. In case you have any questions, or you would like to reach out to us for the detailed discussion or a one-on-one session, so we will be available, and you can contact us at info@royalcyber.com, and also on these addresses for the organization, and we will be connecting with you, and we can understand your pain areas and problem statements, and then we can draft the whole POC around that. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a good evening. Thank you.